anything that gets the juices flowing, like a rivalry game. And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Arkansas's offense will get the first crack at it here. Last year, these two played a classic. Those of us who remember the old Southwest Conference would be proud. But once again, we are reminded, field goals are fine. Touchdowns are way better, especially if you want to win.
I guess Reese didn't like that field goal in the fourth quarter that Arkansas chose to take. But A&M did what they needed to do, go down the field. They scored the game-winning touchdown with about 9 minutes left. Arkansas didn't forget it. This is a fun matchup. We've seen it in Jerry World so many times. This matchup gets a little tasty.
Yeah, Mike Elko's defense, too, was outstanding in that game. They shut down the run. They got 3 takeaways in the game, and that really was the biggest statistic. So going into this one, Arkansas has got to do a better job having balance, but also taking care of the football.
And that's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of the work.
From the gun, the ground game. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Looking to pass. It's Green. Fires to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. Now the play fake. They got in for the sack, and they'll get the ball back after the 4th down stop. So Texas A&M's offense will go to work for the first time today. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Lowers those pads. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
The coaches told us in pregame that they love this back's mixture of speed and power. Listen, he's not the power back all the time, but he's moving so fast that it's hard to get him to the ground.
Now down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Wilson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it, there were big expectations surrounding this program. Inside SEC play, this things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Green. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance.
Going up top. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. These two old SWC rivals might have taken a bit of a hiatus in their series, but once the Aggies came to the SEC, things ratcheted back up quickly.
Right, and that's been some of the cool side of conference.
Picked off! What a play to set him up! And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Back up now, here's second and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. The Aggies pick up the first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense. Now you're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, TFL. Now you got a big second down. You're probably expecting the offense to throw with a little bit more room to work with.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Let's it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Fit it in the window for the score.
Third and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We reach the break, and Texas A&M leads it. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
There's a difference between being physical and pass interference, and that was way over the line. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Trying to get the corner. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Scanning the field, it's Green. Here's a heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Caught near the sticks. It's Anthony. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. Wide open spaces. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
Wants to go up top on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders are everywhere. It's a turnover. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Dropping back, it's Green. Gonna let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, and 2nd down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run play action. Bringing the heat. He'll take another shot here. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for the...
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air on first down. Lofts one high and deep. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Keeps it on the bootleg. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there, and he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Outside the pocket, let's go. Complete downfield. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, two fan bases who wait all year for this game, and we could be headed to a fun finish in the Southwest Classic. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? Still 2 quarters to go.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. To the air. It's Green. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. On the run, it's Washington. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counter approach? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And the Razorbacks send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on 1st down. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Oh, he dropped it. Jackson will throw. Going over the top. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup.
He'll take a deep shot here. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels, not able to connect with the quarterback.
With the 12th man standing at the ready, and at times it seemed as if A&M needed them, the Aggies take down the Razorbacks and win this rivalry game. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. 3 consecutive L's, a hat trick of losses, and as a result, you can take their hat out of the ring for most of their goals.
Yep, most of their goals are done. And listen,